Hi everyone, this is your self-awareness activity for the week of September 8th. Or whenever you read it and come across the words that resonate that make you want to do it. So we've got 3 cards that are interesting, and I haven't really delved into how they fit together yet, so we'll do it together. The first card, the card you're being asked to consider, is betrayal. So, acts of betrayal can range from behaviors which make us feel that someone's being unreliable, through to disloyal, and all the way to being malicious. The scope of possible acts that this one word covers is huge. Question: if we didn't take any of these behaviors personally, would we perceive them as betrayals? Okay. Now, the next energy you're being asked to consider and to embody is why not? Who says so? Set yourself free from internal rules that say no. Set yourself free from the external faces that you imagine enforce these no's. Take note of what and who they are, but then say yes to yourself. Well, now that's really interesting. If I put them together, and if I were to extrapolate it a little bit, just kind of broaden it out in terms of how they might fit, one of the things that I could look at is why not? Who says so? I could look at that and say, where in my history would I say that I have experienced guidance on what was a betrayal, whether or not it's in terms of religious values or what the family environment dictated or indicated. So where does your sense of betrayal come from? Where does your definition of betrayal come from? How has betrayal played out in your life? And are there faces you associate with that? But even further, I'm going to take it to the next card, which is drop the weight. Okay? And this one is really interesting, I find, if I bring it back to the betrayal one, because, listen, run through your mind and notice any tasks that create anxiety, stress, a feeling of avoidance. If there are many, make a list. Notice how heavy, sluggish, or contracted you feel as you zero in on them. Choose just one to tackle. As you take care of one, notice the lifting of the heaviness. Know that you're dropping the emotional weight. Breathe the sensation. So emotional weight, to me, goes very well back into betrayal. And the who says why not, who says so card, that to me actually is an energy of freedom, really, because what it's saying is now you get to define your own terms, whatever that is, whatever they are. So let's just broaden this out in possible situations. What if somebody has let you down in a way that feels like a betrayal and they say, but it's not? Well, who says so? You get to decide whether or not that's true. Doesn't mean that you don't question what your reactivity is around that. That might have something to teach you, but it also means you're not ready to be gaslit. Okay? Dropping the weight, the heaviness. When you can let go of betrayal, this is really beautiful. When you can let go of feeling betrayed, that is a huge emotional burden that you let go of. When you can stop holding a grudge of any kind, blaming somebody for being something, that means you've moved through the lessons. Like when it's a genuine letting go, that means you've moved through what you needed to learn from it. And you've been able to release it in a way where now you are beyond it. And I think that's really interesting. So look at where you haven't. Look at where you feel still attached to that idea. And it makes me think of a conversation I was just having today. And I was saying that I didn't really hold any grudges for anything that happened in the past where I felt somebody behaved in a way that was hurtful to me. except in the situations where those people continue to blame me for their behavior towards me. Those are the ones that I realize there are a few situations, well, no, okay, there's one, maybe two situations where I get to look at that. So I'm going to use that this week. And even though I'm dealing with something that was a past event, what I'm going to do is I'm going to notice the week ahead of me. And this is really interesting and something to remember. Whenever you do these exercises, it doesn't matter whether you are dealing with it in present time, with the situation that's going on, whether or not you get, so for example, whether or not you are in the process of dealing with an immediate betrayal, even if you're dealing with something from the past, the very fact that you've pulled the cards you've pulled and that you're reading them, it means that it's bringing whatever energy is in your body up to the surface. It's giving you an idea of what energy is going to help you deal with whatever that is. And it's going to give you an indication of some activity or action that is going to help you. Okay? So in this particular case, what drop the weight might be, it might be notice anything that's heavy and drop it. So what it might be is choosing a situation that feels the most betrayal-like and journaling about it and getting to the bottom of it. Or it might not be the big one. It might be a small one that I can deal with that's going to help unwind that energy. Because remember, it's all about energy. And it's going to reflect back in terms of your memories, your feelings, of course. But once you start exploring it and bring things to the light, everything gets a chance to flow. And once it's flowing, it's much easier. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with those three. Betrayal, why not, who says so, drop the weight. And play with them with your own creative way and just see what jumps off the cards at you, how you feel you'd like to apply them for yourself, and be creative with it. Okay? I would love to hear comments. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have fun.